Tony D and Little Joan with your Screenwriter's Rant on All Fun and Games, a movie about a possessed knife in Salem, Massachusetts that possesses a dude and he starts killing people. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. There's Salem. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 12, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. This movie's got kind of some witches in it and kind of some devils, so I'm all about it. This kid finds a knife at the same time, and he cleans it up and he finds like an inscription on it, and it speaks to him to, I don't know, do some kind of incantation. His older teenage sister and friends are going to go out and party. Isn't that in every slasher movie? And he says, you've got to play the game with me or I'll tell people about your party or whatever. So they play the game, and one of the guys becomes possessed by the knife, which I think has the spirit of a witch or a demon in it or something. So then he gets the knife and it's like, okay, and then he does this to his head, and now he's going to kill people one by one, and he's going to play sick and twisted games with them, and one by one he hunts them down and kills them in a dark place near a house or a farm or whatever. And at some point they figure out how to turn the tables on him. It doesn't look bad. I would see this. All fun and games. Haha, the old saying, all fun and games until someone gets hurt. Doesn't look bad. It looks a little dark. I mean, in terms of the lighting. I mean, it's kind of dark in terms of the in terms of the subject matter too, but there's the knife there. You know, I would say it. It's first act, bunch of kids, they're gonna have a big party. At the same time, the younger kid finds this knife, he cleans it up, and it speaks to him. I don't know, in flashback there's something about a murder, a series of murder with the knife from Salem witch times, and I guess it kind of possesses the young boy first to get everybody to play the game. And so he gets him to play the game. So here he is cleaning a knife. Gets him to play the game, and then from the Russo brothers, Agbo. I don't know what that means. I guess it's one of their production companies or whatever. I don't recognize anybody in the cast. It looks like a young cast, but so he gets them to play this game and chant these words, and it causes one of the guys to become possessed, the guy who's making fun of it all. And seemingly at the beginning of the movie, in the first act, the interesting thing is that he's fine, he's a normal dude, but then he becomes possessed by the knife. So in the second and third act, he's the bad guy. So interesting. So then he becomes possessed by the knife, and he basically tells everybody to run. He's going to play a game of hide and seek, and he's going to kill them. And they're on some farm somewhere at night. So he freaks them out. They all go running in different directions, of course, instead of maybe, I don't know, overpowering him and getting the knife. But so one by one, he starts hunting them. It becomes a slasher movie for probably most of the second act. Meanwhile, the young boy and his sister are trying to piece together how this all happened, to piece together the clues. I think they find some sort of old book in the garage or in the barn or whatever, and eventually they figure out they have to beat him in the game. See, here he is towards the end. He looks very sinister. So then they have to beat him in the game. I'm not sure what they have to do to beat him in the game. Here he is lighting people on fire, I guess. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the game is. This will be key in the movie. See, you got to make the game make sense to, you know, to some extent. It doesn't have to be fair, but it has to kind of make sense. If you have one of these sort of, oh, you have to play a game or you will die. You know, it has to be a thing Typically, it's a thing where you trick the person into playing the game. They think they're playing just a regular game, and then their life is on the line, and now the stakes are very high. It's sort of like the old, you know, devil tricking someone into selling their soul kind of thing. You know, you sign the document, you won't lose anything of monetary value, and you gain all this stuff. And it's like the old saying, you know, you don't get anything for free. So it's a little bit like that. Very classic. I like it. Cast seems fine. The music seems really top notch. I mean, the production value, other than the fact is a little dark for me. I mean, lighting wise. In terms of material, I'm fine with this kind of stuff. Um, it it looks here is the strange demon kissing the boy on the head and possessing him. Here he is when he's normal. It seems like not a bad concept, really. I mean, because the interesting thing will be, will they save this character, right? Like in the first act, he's normal. In the second and third acts, he's the bad guy. Do they save him at the end after he's killed a bunch of people? You know, could he recover from that? Would he go to jail? Interesting questions. I'm going to predict they'd probably kill him, so they don't have to deal with those questions. But you don't know. Maybe he goes to jail, and then there's a sequel, and he gets out of prison, and it starts there. Um, but yeah, it doesn't look bad. I mean, I like the setting. Salem's a good setting, which is the supernatural, kind of baked right in. From the producers of The Strangers, Pray at Night. And it's not, at first I thought it was literal strangers coming in to rob the place and then playing games with the people. No, it's a guy who's already in their group. So must be cool for the actor. He starts out as a normal guy and then becomes possessed, so that's kind of cool. Or maybe he, for the sequel, he goes to an insane asylum because he can't take what he's done, and he becomes the hero of the next movie. Has to stop the next person possessed by the knife or whatever. Now, I wonder what they do with the knife. I wonder if they destroy the knife. I guess this is someone else who was possessed by the knife because they have the same X on their head. I would totally see this. Let's see if there's a write-up on it. First trailer for blah, 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 blah. All Fun and Games starring Asa Butterfield and Natalia Dyer. I don't know, though. Looks solid. Looks solid. I would totally see this. Yeah, probably wait for VOD, but it would be a good Halloween movie. Don't have a release date here, but it feels like a solid entry for Halloween. Like this would be a good movie to see at Halloween, because it has that history to it. And I think that really works well with the supernatural. When you add that little bit of history, something old, something ancient. I mean, like Salem's not ancient, but it's kind of ancient. It's based on some real witchcraft or whatever. That gives it a validity that when you just make up a monster and he just runs amok. Like the Terrifier, like to me, that doesn't work for me because it's like, it's just some dude. Just some dude in clown makeup. Or even Texas Chainsaw Massacre, although I think that was based on something real. But this is, to me, it grounds it in a reality that gives it more weight. So I would totally see it. All Fun and Games, coming to a theater or possibly VOD near you. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more based takes. If you can find a more based take, I say take it. I will be at the Cinnaminson Library today at 6 p.m. to tell you how to hunt the Jersey Devil and avoid stuff like this in the movies. Yeah, you gotta avoid that. Anyhow, hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one.